Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, and Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. F is for football. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Super Bowl Sunday. The LA Rams versus the Cincinnati Bengals, fighting it out tonight on the big stage. Who will take home the big, it's not a cup, the silver football-shaped trophy? Find out tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to episode 167? Yeah, 167 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown on this beautiful Super Bowl Sunday, Valentine's Day special. I am your host, Scott Dion Brown, and I'm joined by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy, the one, the only,
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, Valentine, Super Bowl Sunday.
That's right. That's right. That's what it is. How are you, Regine?
I'm tired, and I blame you, even though it wasn't your fault.
Yeah, you were binge watching.
I was. My eyes watering. That's how tired I am. You messaged me about Tinder something on Netflix, and then I told you about Love is Blind season 2, and then because I mentioned it, I was like, you know what? I need to watch season 2, and that's what I did until 2 a.m. Here I am.
And you're hooked. So I didn't know Love is Blind season 2 would come out. I'm curious about it because it's trashy reality TV, but I still found it pretty enjoyable.
It's trashy reality TV, but I love, and so But seeing how the couples go from this experiment to real life, it's very interesting to me. I couldn't do it I just couldn't do it. That's not my thing. But I mean, seeing couples go and like their mindsets switch from, oh, I'm going to be conceited and superficial to walls being broken down. It's pretty cool. And there's more diversity this season, which I appreciate, as we all know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. And it's I gotta watch it. I'm curious. Are there any characters coming out who you can see are going to be like the bad guys or like the really controversial ones? Have you noticed? Don't say any names or anything, but
I will give names because I don't remember names. But I was watching it, and I'm like, this girl reminds me so much of Jessica.
Which one was Jessica last?
Jessica
was the
and Mark.
Was that the blonde one? Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, oh, she's giving me Jessica vibes right now, and I get no.
Because you always got to have that type of character in the show. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Hey, Rinaldi Alista, good morning. Welcome to our Super Bowl Valentine's Day special. Ocean Person, hey, what's going on there, Ocean Person? Welcome. Yeah, I watched The Tinder Swindler last night.
Tinder swindler? What the heck is a swindler?
Swindler. Well, you know when somebody swindles you, if you get swindled, it's like they cheated you. So if you get swindled, it's like they stole money from you or they tricked you in some way. That's what a swindler is.
Like they hustled you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So
why don't you call it Tinder hustlers?
Because I think swindler kind of almost rhymes with Tinder, so it's catchy.
Lame, but okay.
But it's a documentary about, well, now that you hear the title, it's about somebody who swindles people through Tinder. I recommend it. Yes. Yeah. I guess that's a good way. Yeah, that's right. And if you're a fan, yeah, that's right. You like that show Catfish, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you like it, Regine.
Yes,
Watch it.
guys. I like trashy reality TV.
This one is pretty. I was like, what? What? So it's worth it.
Okay.
It's worth it. We will, watch it. We can talk about it more later on, because I want to hear your opinions. Hey, Abigail
our guest
McIntosh
has watched it, because
Yeah,
they're
let's,
just nodding their head in the back.
All right, yeah, let's bring our guest in here. I've got a bio for him. Hi, Abigail McIntosh. Good morning. Welcome to the show. And we are about to introduce our guest for the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today was born literally with a mic and, I don't know what this word is, but I'll find out. A mic and dole in his hand. He's a natural performer who is inevitably becoming a major driving force in the North American Bhangra music scene. As a modern-day crooner, his unique sound and slick style complement his classically trained voice. With a vast range, he delivers elements of R&B, folk, classical, and electronic sound into his performances. Born and raised in Surrey, BC, he hails from a musically gifted family who encouraged him to develop his craft, having shared the stage already with the likes of Gurdas Mann, Angris Ali, Manak E, Soni Pabla, Debbie Maksuspuri. I'm saying the names all wrong. I'm sorry, everybody. And Lember Husainpuri. He is able to meld an uncommon singing style and old school approach into a new school experience. He has, along with music, he has a passion for Bhangra dancing and has toured North America, competing alongside the best of the best. After his talented vocal abilities garnered him notice on YouTube, he began concentrating more on his music. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm sit-down welcome to Raju Johal. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Scott? Hey, Regine.
Hey.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, and happy pre-Valentine's Day to both of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
It's like
no
you got
problem.
the memo or something.
Yeah, I know.
You're
We're all wearing red.
telecoordinated
We're all
with
in the. Yeah. No, thank you guys so much for having me, and welcome to all the listeners, the watchers, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
Exactly.
Do you
Wait.
Are you big-
Did Scott pronounce all those
Oh
names right?
yes, I was gonna say, hey,
Yeah.
nailed it on the name. That was
Really?
amazing. No, seriously, yeah, Maksuspuri, you caught yourself there, and then you nailed it on that one too. That was awesome.
Okay, nice.
Well done.
Good.
Well
I
done.
was reading it being like, oh man, this is gonna be bad. Oh no. But
Scott, did
okay.
you read the bio beforehand?
Yes, but not aloud, which maybe I should have. But the thing is, I was aware that, like, you know, as soon as you're reading names from another language that you're not familiar with, like, even if I read it beforehand, I would. There's no way for me to know if I'm saying it right or wrong. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
The pronunciation of things, definitely. But no,
Yeah.
awesome job, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I have this. It's funny because my mom's from the Philippines, and she'll, like, when we're looking at Filipino words, right? She'll be like, "No, you just sound it out. It's exactly as it's written." But the thing is, it is, except it's not like somebody who doesn't speak Tagalog reading the words would not read it the same way.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just the
It's the
subtleties of different
accent.
languages. Yeah.
Definitely the accent.
It's the
So,
way
yeah.
that it rolls off your tongue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Exactly. Do you have? Are you big on Valentine's Day? Are you? Yeah.
I mean, being married, I kind of have to be.
Not
Otherwise,
necessarily.
well, yeah, I guess not. But I do, I do like the normal flowers, chocolate. Maybe write a card here and there somewhat. But flowers and chocolates are a must, I believe. So I get that done for sure.
So
But
does
other
that
than
mean when
that,
I talk to your wife?
Sorry, say that again.
I was gonna say, so does that mean if I talk to your wife tomorrow because we work together, I'll ask her, "Hey, did you get your chocolates and flowers yet?"
Yeah. I'm gonna have to like sneak out while she's working during the day and get those flowers and chocolates for her.
Okay, I won't say anything then.
Don't, yeah, just keep it a secret. Keep it between us three.
And the internet.
And the internet.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Regine, do you guys do a lot of Valentine stuff?
I love Valentine's Day. I love maybe because I like hearts and flower. I don't like flowers. I like hearts and pink and all the girly stuff. Um, I'm planning a wedding right now, so Valentine's Day is like not in sight. Any holiday is not in my tunnel vision right now. So
Are you planning your own wedding?
yes,
Oh, congratulations.
thank you, thank
That's
you.
awesome.
I am an event planner at work
Nice.
and through my career. So when the pandemic hit, I was like, let's just plan my wedding. And now
Yeah,
it's here, and I'm like, oh no.
yeah.
So I
It's
love
crazy because
Valentine's Day.
I got married. It's gonna be 4 years in May, and it's crazy though when you start planning things. It seems like it's really far away, but
Mhm.
as soon as you start planning, the months just fly by, the year flies by, and the next thing you know, your wedding date is like tomorrow, type of thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the best advice I can give you is just do everything like years in
Hmm.
advance if you can. But
I
you know what?
did.
Just and enjoy the process at the same time. It's
Hmm.
all about enjoying it because I feel like the bride and groom themselves, even though it's their week, it's their day, they get so caught up in just pleasing, out of town family or, relatives or cousins and things, and people like that, where they take out time to forget about themselves or they forget about themselves and they don't take that time out to enjoy what the whole wedding experience is supposed to be like. So I would honestly tell you to, and your partner, to do that, to fully enjoy the experience.
He has
Uh,
no idea what's
yeah.
happening. Don't worry.
But yeah, I have heard that a lot of times the bride and groom they don't even really get to enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Like you ask them about it afterwards, and they're like, "Yeah, I barely, I was. It was basically like a work day for them. Like they're just
Pretty
working."
much, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like honestly, with our East Indian Punjabi weddings, I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity to go to one at all, but
Mm.
it's open bar, free food, and like it goes on for like 7 to 10 days minimum.
Hmm.
It's like a whole week extravaganza. So like, and,
Wow.
and the thing is, yeah, and they cost anywhere from like average $100,000 on just
Oh, I heard.
on one side. That's just one side. Like a whole wedding. Like I just saw this post on Instagram where a Punjabi wedding had a Ferris wheel at their house. They
Whoa.
Oh,
rented it. It was insane, guys. It was a Ferris wheel. They had like, they had all these little snack trailers, like food trucks and things like that at a wedding. It's crazy what people are just doing just to get to that next level or maybe get that little bit of hype, for Instagram or things like that.
man. I need to get
But
a
but it's
Ferris
amazing.
wheel.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, what money can buy and what people buy with money.
I mean, I was talking to your wife, and she was telling me literally how much hair and makeup was just for her wedding. I'm like, goodness gracious, my mom's doing my makeup, so
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Because
Yeah.
that's the thing. Even anytime you're ordering anything, as soon as you say it's for a wedding, they like add
Wedding.
zeros onto the price, right?
Yeah,
So
no kidding, right?
Okay, well, Scott, you MC events, and you're a singer and a performer. So if someone was just like, "Oh, I need you to MC our wedding," I'm not saying that, but if someone was to say, "I need you to MC our wedding," how much would you, on average, charge versus how much you would charge for a wedding?
I mean, I haven't really done the only weddings I've emceed are ones for like my friends or like family. So I was always doing it for free. But
Yeah.
Mm,
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't think I would charge a different price. I mean, I would, but again, I'm not like regularly working in the industry like that. So like, I don't know if that's like the standard. But if I was coming up with a price, it would be much more based on sort of the, how many hours they need me there and what they would expect of me, less so
mm.
than whether it's a wedding. Like I don't.
Okay, what if you were
Right.
singing?
Yeah, well, but it's the same thing. It wouldn't be any different from like if they hired me to MC any event or sing at the event, I wouldn't. It wouldn't change the price really. I actually
Right.
don't really, even though I'm aware that that's what they do in the industry. I don't personally think it's very ethical. Like
Mm.
nothing
Well, I
magic
would, I would,
happens.
I would do
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. I would like, whatever, how long they want you for, what they want you for, and then you just base your price off of that. And with friends and stuff, I mean, I perform for free all the time for my friends. There's no other way to do it, right? You can't really charge your
Yeah.
best friends and your
Yeah.
family, you know. But if they pay you, like out of their own pocket, that's cool. But like, for friends and family, you kind of got to do it for free.
Can I just say? A lot of people who are coming, who I've spoken to about the wedding, they're like, "Oh, is Scott emceeing your wedding?" I'm like, "No."
There you
I'm
go.
like, "What?" I was literally okay. I have been freaking out about an MC because, for our viewers, Scott and I usually MC together. So I was like, "Do I MC my own wedding? Do I trust anyone else to do
Yeah,
it?" And I think that's why they're like, "Oh, is Scott gonna do it then?" I'm like, "No."
right.
So, no, Scott is off that day.
Scott's gonna be enjoying the wedding. That's it.
He's at the open bar. It's fine,
Yeah.
guys. He's gonna enjoy the Ferris wheel.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll be on the Ferris wheel. It's there's going to be one there, right? And a merry-go-round and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Of course.
totally. Roller coaster.
Perfect.
I swear, if you guys
Elephant.
actually search it up, maybe on the internet, Ferris wheel at a Punjabi wedding party, it'll probably pop up on Google. It is the craziest thing you'll ever see at a wedding.
It's pretty awesome.
It
I
is.
mean-
It is. Yeah.
I guess the idea is to have like you want to have the party that everybody talks about, right? That everybody compares to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Now, so Scott, if you ever get married to your girlfriend, we're expecting a Ferris wheel or
At
Yeah.
least one. At least one Ferris
At
wheel.
least
Maybe
one.
one on either side. One on either
Yeah.
side. In fact, we'll just have
I'll
it'll just be
plan it for
multiple
you.
Ferris wheels. Multiple Ferris wheels, and you sit in the Ferris wheel and you eat in the Ferris wheel. So your food gets
Oh.
brought to you. It's just all
Is this ceremony gonna happen on a Ferris wheel too?
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly. I
we'll
was
have
gonna
our
say,
own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Just go all the
Regine
way.
and I will MC that.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
I think we got
Yeah,
it. We got
you
it.
guys will be on the MC Ferris wheel, and
Perfect. Might get
It'll
a
be
little
intense.
sick, but that's okay.
yeah, some of them can be pretty fast actually. In fact, the one at the usually because you think of a Ferris wheel as a very slow moving thing, but
Mhm.
I remember the one at the Christmas market in the distillery is like it's fast, and as you go down, it's almost like wah. So it depends on the one you get.
And it's cold. What the hell?
That too.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Metal.
Yeah.
You're sitting in a metal thing, and it's very cold. Yeah.
We'll get heaters.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, I probably wouldn't do a winter wedding anyway.
Yeah. I would not want to do that. Well, especially in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, I'm from BC, and coming from BC, we are not used to like this cold. I mean, mind you, this past year in BC, like they got a little bit of everything. We got the fires, we got the freezing rain, we got the floods
Yeah.
out there.
Mhm.
What else happened? There was like a mini tornado or something like that hit the Pacific Northwest as well. But yeah, I know. But being born and raised in BC, I've never experienced this kind of cold that you experience in Toronto here. It's like
Mhm.
minus 21 with wind chill. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was outside for literally 1 minute yesterday, and I like on my mustache here, I got like icicles forming. It's just like falling down. It's like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, definitely not used to this for sure, but
Just-
it will take some time. But this year,
Just put a mask
I don't
on.
know. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's one good thing about COVID, right? The mask thing. It keeps your face warm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
I have found that when I'm walking, there's some days where I'm like, because usually as soon as you get outside, you pop it off. But there have been days, because we like to go
Yeah.
for a walk. Like usually, at least once a day, we'll go for a walk, or pretty much
Right.
once a day. But there have been a few days where like I'm walking along and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna leave the mask on because at least my breath is kind of keeping my face warm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, my brother moved out to BC recently, so I went out there and visited him. It's it doesn't get as cold, but it was raining the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
A lot of rain. out there.
Raincouver, as they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was. Well, that's the thing. It was we're walking around, and I was there for how long was I there? Was it a full week? I think so. And most of the days it was like completely gray. And like where he lives, it's Vancouver, right? There are mountains kind of in all directions.
Yeah, everywhere.
And for
Yeah.
the first like 4 or 5 days I was there, I never saw them. So walking around just being like, oh, this is this is kind of nice, but it just looks like a city, whatever.
Yeah.
And then finally one day it cleared out, and I was like, wow, okay, this is pretty. So
It's beautiful. Like everywhere you look, any direction you look, you'll see mountains, especially on a sunny day, obviously. And you'll just see like the snow, the white snow at the top of it. It just looks beautiful, man. Like, I really
So why
do
did you move
miss
to Toronto?
BC. My wife and I, we kind of just, I don't know, we kind of were in a little slump back home. Like job opportunities were not there, and her and I, being married and like fresh into marriage, we kind of just wanted like a new start type of thing. And we thought we might as well come out to Toronto, give it a shot, because she's from here originally. And the good thing was, the one thing that really convinced us to come out here is because she got a job opportunity right off the bat before moving down. So that made the transition a lot easier.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty much just opportunity, man. The job opportunity. BC is a great place to live. That's my home. I'll always love it. But in order to advance, I feel like sometimes you just gotta, move away from your hometown and do what you gotta do. And that's for you.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's why my brother moved out there. He got a job opportunity that was just like something really, it was in the industry that he's in. It was kind of a big step up. So, they said, okay, we need somebody out there. Can you go? And he was like, sure. So
That's awesome, man.
I think it's exciting. I think it's cool. You just
I think with our generation, that's what it is. That's what work is. You just go from one thing to the next thing and you travel. Like you won't be living in one city for too long. Like I don't even know if we're going to be living in Toronto for the rest of our lives, type of thing, right? It's wherever the opportunity comes, and it's more so for my wife. Like she wants to, she has this goal set in mind that she wants to achieve this, and she wants to be at this level within her company. Whereas I'm an artist. I'm free for all. Like you can take me down to California. You can take me down to Texas. I'll be okay as long as I have my computer, my speakers, and my recording software. I'm good to go. And a microphone, and I'm good to go. Yeah.
So do you record at home?
I used to in BC, out here. As soon as my wife and I, we're currently in the process of just looking for our own place. So as soon as I get one, I'm gonna hopefully get a studio in that place. But back home, yes, I do have a studio. So I used to record at home, all my projects. If need be, a couple of my buddies do have studios out here as well. So I just go in there. I just kind of book my slot and jam out.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, speaking of your music, we should probably talk about it.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day talk was good, but you are obviously a musician. Tell us a bit about your music, and I know we've got your latest single queued up as well, so tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, for sure. I've been doing music since I was a since I was a baby, pretty much. 3.5 years old was when I got introduced to the dole. So the dole is a barrel-shaped Indian drum. And it's so it's a big barrel shape. You play with two sticks like on the side. So it's not this big, it's a lot bigger, but you do get different sizes. So it's a barrel shape, one side's low, one side's high. And you'll see it at a lot, like almost every Punjabi wedding you go to. Every Punjabi folk Bhangra song features the dole on it. That's a main percussion that even the drummer will follow the dole player on stage, because that's our main focus for Punjabi folk music.
Those drums are awesome. Those drums are awesome.
They're
loud. Get some really cool beats on them too.
Yeah. Trust me, that drum can get you in trouble during wedding season, man. Out here, like people are, it's really loud. You don't need a microphone. You don't need anything. Like it's crazy. I'll wake up, a couple neighborhoods down.
Oh my God.
So my dad was actually the one that taught me how to play the dole. So he is my teacher. And then at the age of 5, or I believe 6, he found me a vocal instructor. And his name is Devinder Singh Hundal. My music teacher is actually blind. So he taught me music, classical Punjabi, classical Hindi music, all blind, pretty much. Like he taught me how to write while he's blind, teaching, a guy that can see how to write notations, how to write music. And I was like, this is amazing. And it was such an inspiration just to learn from him. And I started learning from him since I was like a little kid, about 6 years old. I'm about 33 now. So, I mean, hats off to him. He's done it all. It's crazy the amount of talent that, my teacher has. He plays the violin. He plays the harmonium, which is a Indian accordion, if you can imagine. He plays the sitar, the Indian classical sitar, and he also sings incredibly as well. So I got to give it up to my music teacher, Mr. Hundal, and my dad and my family for supporting me. Going on into the music side of things, yes, I released a single, Yes Karja, and it was with J-Raj, who is a Toronto native. So he produced the track, he wrote the track, and he's been a long friend of mine, longtime friend of mine. So when I moved down here, we kind of just, got together and was just like, let's do something. Let's make some music, man. Let's get going on things. And so we came up with Yes Garja, and just in time for Valentine's Day. Yes Garja pretty much means just say yes. Just tell me yes.
Nice.
So the whole song is about, a guy pretty much falling in love with a girl and, just kind of, chasing her, just hoping that she will say yes to him. So
Sweet.
That's the single.
Well, let's give it a listen, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the sit-down world premiere of Yes Garja.
Australia, England, Bharat, America, Bharat, Italy, Bharat. ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਸਾਰਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਘੁਮਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਸਾਰਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਘੁਮਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਇੱਕ ਕੁੜੀ ਦੇ ਉਡੀਕਦਾ ਨਜ਼ਾਰੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਲੱਕ ਪਤਲਾ ਤੇ ਪੱਟ ਭਾਰੇ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਸੋਚਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਰ ਜਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਰੈਡੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨੂੰ ਗਣਾਵੇ ਸਾਡੇ 2 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਗੋਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਕਰੇ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਰੈਡੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨੂੰ ਗਣਾਵੇ ਸਾਡੇ 2 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਗੋਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਕਰੇ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਦੇਰ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਲੱਗੂਗੀ ਰਿਸਪੌਂਸ ਤੇਰਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਗੈਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਵੀ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਭਾਰਤ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਭਾਰਤ SMS ਦੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ ਤਿਆਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚੇ ਨਾਲ ਗਾਵੇ SMS ਦੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ ਤਿਆਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੱਚੇ ਨਾਲ ਗਾਵੇ ਕੁੜੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਛੇਤੀ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੇਂਜ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੜ ਜਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੈਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਵੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਮੈਂ ਘੁਮਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਸਾਰਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਘੁਮਾ ਦਵਾਂ ਬਸ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਯੈਸ ਕਰ ਜਾ
That awesome song. Wow, I was dancing that whole time. That was awesome. And this whole show, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure that you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. That's right. The place I'm in now, she helped me find it. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at jmckenziehomes@gmail.com. Jewelry forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. And we have a fantastic deal worked out with them, don't we, Regine?
Perfect for Valentine's Day tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. If you go into the store and let them know that Scott and Regine sent you, you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right. 15% off. 15. Mention the show. Tell them Scott and Regine sent you. Get a great deal on a beautiful selection of things. And Jerry at Jewelry Forever is an absolute artist. He specializes in custom-made goods. So if you want something beautiful and unique made just for you, he's the guy to do it. Or you can choose one of the things that they already have there, which are also very, very pretty. Check it out. And yes, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so get over there. Get over there. This is your reminder. After the show, though. Go after the show.
Yes, you two gentlemen. Don't get
That's right. True. If you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you guys have to do is email us at radioshowads, that's radioshow@gmail.com.
That's right. We do the show live every week, ladies and gentlemen. And we read the ads live week as well. What does that mean?
Week to week.
I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't sound right. We do the ads live and we read the ads live week to week. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. See, that's proof that it's live. Okay. The point is, it's live, which means you can personalize the ads week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening at a particular time in a particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's an amazing way to build a new relationship with a potential new audience. Get in touch. Radio Show AD, Radio Show Ad at gmail.com. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, we're here with Raju Johal, and we just listened to his new latest single, Yes, Karja. Awesome track.
Thank you.
So that was, and that's you singing on the track, right? And then he produced it. Awesome.
Yeah. So my buddy J-Raj, he produced it and he wrote the song as well.
I was gonna say what inspired that song, but I guess I should ask him.
Yeah. I guess he's still. I guess he's chasing. That one girl. I guess she keeps saying no, and he wants her to say yes. And yeah. But to be honest with you, in Punjabi music, all of our songs. I don't know if it's like this with all across all genres and all languages and things like that, or all backgrounds of music. But I feel like in Punjabi music, there's only a certain number of categories that you actually talk about in music, in Punjabi folk music. One is about a beautiful girl. 2 is about drinking. And 3 is about guns and money, which is everywhere. You can hear that, right?
It sounds like country music.
Sorry?
It sounds like country music.
Country music, yeah. The only things that they talk about.
Yeah.
I feel like in Punjabi music, artists need to start kind of opening up a little bit more, and talking about real things. There's been a couple of artists that have actually done that have talked about mental health through their songs in Punjabi culture. And that's so nice to see happening nowadays, because all we do, everybody likes that whole, let's get, let's get drunk type of song. Let's have a good time type of song. Oh, that, that girl is so pretty. She's so beautiful type of song. We all love those. Those are just going to stay here forever. But nobody really, tends to talk about real life situations, about what's going on in the world, or even what's going on with yourself internally. I feel like music is a way to kind of, release that stress inside, that, that mental health that, everyone's talking about these days. That's very important. I feel like that's really important to get out. I know music has helped me incredibly. Even, in times that, I wasn't doing too well myself, years back before even moving here. I found that I can just actually go to my room. I can sit on my harmonium, my instrument, or I can, just open up any kind of file on my computer and kind of just sit there, and everything just goes away. Everything just goes away, and you're just there. You're focusing on yourself, and I've actually tried writing a couple songs myself. I'm not the greatest writer, to be honest with you, but the whole point is to put pen to paper and just to write your thoughts out. So I don't really know where all this came from, but we were talking about Yes Karja.
Yeah. Well, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
Well,
that's our
I guess.
show.
Can you imagine? I imagine like what you mentioned, the sort of the themes that are typically in that type of music. Yeah. I mean, they're quite common, I think, to a lot of pop music as well. But I think probably even listening to Yes Karja, it feels to me like it's a song that's almost built to be danced to at a club or at a party or that type of thing. So usually songs with that structure in mind, that's usually what they'll write about, because that's usually what people are in the process of doing.
Definitely. I agree.
So, but it's but that's a good point though. I mean, maybe you'd imagine like somebody creating a whole album or something. You know, you have your club bangers on there,
Right.
and then you have some stuff that's about some more serious more serious content. Yeah.
Yeah, and like for example, I released an album called In Words a few years ago, I think 2017, and that song J-Raj is from that EP. So there's a 5-track album, and that whole project that I did, I really got out of my comfort zone. I talked about just my journey with music and how I wasn't fully there. Like, you know, like people go through things, and you know, then unfortunately I went through this depression stage in my life where music, I just kind of put it on the back burner and I didn't really care about it. And you know, I got to a point where everyone was just asking me like, where's your music, when's it coming out, you know, but nobody knew what was going on internally. But and the thing is, like, so that album that I released, In Words, is kind of like, you know, me putting my heart and soul into that project and kind of just, you know, hoping that, you know, these doors will open for me, but not at the same time. I'm just kind of focusing on what I'm putting out there, and just if I'm happy with it, that's all that matters. If I'm satisfied with my own music, that's all that matters. But that album was it's dear to my heart. I tried many different singing styles. You know, I incorporated singing styles from like The Weeknd, Bruno Mars. Obviously those guys are at a whole nother caliber, whole nother level. So I did try my best to kind of incorporate, you know, like different ranges of my voice, like using falsetto, things like that, which you don't see in Punjabi music these days. Punjabi music is very like just straight up loud voice. You're just using, you know, your stomach, you're using like full throttle most of the time. So we don't really get to see a different side of you know, vocal structure in Punjabi side. So I tried to use that, I tried to incorporate that, also by just simplifying the Punjabi language, also by just incorporating a little bit of English, so we can kind of, you know, tap into the mainstream market a little bit. Because I know, you know, doing collaborations, doing these mixed language tracks these days is very important. That's how you're going to get ahead, and that's how people are going to connect to you. It could be maybe just one line of English, or it could be a couple words of Spanish, or a couple words of French here and there. You know, as long as you match those together, people are going to eat that up for sure, and you see it on a daily basis. And that's
fusion anything.
Fusion anything, yes.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we give it a listen? Let's I've got J-Raj queued up here. Okay, so let's give it a listen. And we'll talk more about it after we hear it. But ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy J-Raj.
ਲੱਭੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਮੋਇਆ ਐਨਾ ਯਾਰ ਸਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੂੰ ਖੋਈ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂ I got my runs, just like old times with music in me, we gon' be fine. I got my runs, just like old times with music in me, we gon' be fine. There's nothing casual, could never be. There's nothing casual, never casual for me. दुनिया की जाने तेरे मेरे प्यारे भरे, दुनिया की जाने पिछड़े fine. Don't need my blade. Just wanna say my people with me. I'll always be fine. There's nothing casual. Could never be. Nothing casual. Never casual. Never casual for me. दुनिया की जाने मेरे प्यारे प्यारे दुनिया की जाने बिछड़े हुए यार बारे यार बारे.
And we're back. That was Dil Raj by Raju Johal. Yeah, totally different feel. That song.
Yeah, from Viaskarja, like you get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you got pure folk on one side, and then on the other side you see in words is like, you know, Punjabi soul, R&B, if you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, euphoria kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So try to do something different. I mean, I enjoyed the process. I really enjoyed working on that project. If you get a chance to listen to the rest of the songs, I feel like you guys will enjoy it as well if you enjoy Dil Raj. But it's different, man. It's totally different.
Yeah, you could see it like Yes Karja. I hear that one in the club or at like a wedding. And
Exactly.
this one, I feel like you're putting this one on as you're like driving around at night.
Cruising, yeah, late night drive, you know, like you're just windows down, arms on the sill.
Yeah.
Hair's going,
Not today though. Not today.
Yeah.
Yeah, summer
and
night.
Yeah.
And you nailed it. That's the exact vibe that I think we were going for with Yes Karja. It's definitely that. It is that dance floor banger that people want to dance to, you know, whenever they're at a party or a function or whatnot. And then this one here, In Words, was a project that literally all we wanted was for people to go on a cruise at night and put the CD in and just forget about everything and just blast it, you know, like just simple drive down the highway with no cars to your sides and you're just blaring the music and, you know, doing what you're doing and listening to it. So that's the vibe that we were going for. So I'm glad we got that across.
Yeah. I got that right away. Where can people find your music if they want to listen?
Yeah, for sure. So my music is available on all platforms. YouTube, you can find the In Words album on YouTube if you put Raju Johal In Words. It is also available on Spotify. All my music is available on Spotify. I think there's Apple Music. What other platforms are there? There's
those are the two big. Yeah, Apple
the
Music,
two big ones, right?
Spotify.
Apple Music, Spotify.
There are probably
YouTube,
others, but
SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's one that started with T or something. I forgot. It was a new one.
Tinder swindler. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. By the way, you guys have seen that, obviously, right?
I watched Tinder Swindler yesterday. Have you watched it?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it a few days ago. But there's another one that you guys should watch as well. If you guys think Tinder Swindler, watch The Puppet Master, and that is about hunting a con man. And it's European based, so Europe based. But this guy has been doing it way longer than the Tinder Swindler. Like whatever he was doing it way before. So it's 3 episodes. It goes by quick, but check it out. Let me know what you guys think after.
That's another
Also
one on Netflix?
Netflix, yeah, The Puppet Master.
Okay. I'll watch. I'll let my girlfriend know because she's the one who heard about the Tinder Swindler one, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I want to watch this one." I'm like, "What is this? What?" I'm like, "Is it a show? Is it a docu?" She's like, "I don't know, but I heard it's good." I'm like, "Okay."
You know
that was literally
that?
me to you yesterday. I was like, "What is that?"
He's free now, eh? He's like out in the streets. He's doing his thing. Like he only spent 5 months in jail, which is like,
I know.
It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
and yet Joe Exotic is still in jail.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Did you watch season 2?
No, actually,
I haven't seen it yet.
It's so dumb. I like trashy TV. Guys.
In fact, I kind of forgot that season 2 was out.
Yeah.
It's weird because Tiger King came at such a unique, like we were all just at home. It was right in the middle of the pandemic. It was such a unique moment where, as now, I didn't feel the same pressure to be like, all right, yeah, I gotta watch this next one. I guess because
Tiger King 2 is more of like the reaction of the first Tiger King.
That makes
That's
sense.
essentially what it's just so stupid. I don't know why I watched it. But
Because
I did.
especially because everybody on that show has been kind of made famous because of the show, right? So I've got to think that would make them all more weird in a way.
Yet Joe Exotic's still in jail.
Do they actually speak to him in jail? Like they get him to talk? Okay. Well then, yeah, I should probably check it out. I will check it out.
Do you guys watch
I'll
Ozark?
watch.
Which one? Sorry,
Sorry?
Ozark?
I haven't watched Ozark. I've heard it's really
No.
good though.
It is pretty good. It's long though, like each episode. I don't know why Netflix, like, honestly, it's like you're watching a 10-hour movie. Each
Yeah.
episode is like an hour long. And you know, like, come on, Netflix, like, get it together. We're not gonna watch. It's
There's
like
no
it's literally a 10-hour
commercials.
movie at the end of the day that you binged out on. And it's like, what else am I gonna do with my life other than this? You know, like 10 hours of straight TV.
Yeah.
You know,
Is it
Especially during COVID. I got nothing
I
else to
do
do.
that, but I
Yeah.
could do that. Just it has to be interesting.
Interesting.
It's so bad. I didn't realize how much I could binge watch until this pandemic. It was so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we all found that out. Yeah.
yeah, it makes you realize some things, right?
Yeah, like why? Why did I do this to myself?
All right, so I gotta watch Puppet Master
Ozark.
and Ozark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
You know what I
is
just
Blind.
watched?
Tiger
Oh yeah,
King.
Love is Blind season 2. Tiger King
I'm
season
like,
2.
hang on.
Jeez.
There's more.
There's so much. What did I just? Oh, I've been watching. I don't know if you guys have watched Peacemaker. Have you watched that one? It's on. What's it on? I think it's on Crave. Well, have you seen? Did you watch the Suicide Squad? Not Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad. The newer movie.
The newer one, right? The one with John
Yeah.
Cena in it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I saw that.
So this show is a spin-off of that.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
John Cena is the star, and it's
Okay.
written by James Gunn. Like it's actually made by the same people.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
it's quite good actually. It's
Yeah.
in fact I think it's the second, like I just watched episode 7 yesterday, and I think that's the second last episode, and it's every episode just getting better. Like they're ramping it up. It's funny. It's really violent, lots of swearing and all that stuff, but it's good. It's good. If you like the Suicide Squad, I think you'll like it.
I'll check it out. I thought that Suicide Squad, the latest one, was a little bit weird, but
Yeah, it was very
it's a little weird. But I mean, I like those things. I like Marvel. I like DC. All those kinds of superhero things, man. So
giant
You watch
starfish running
Spider-Man?
around.
I haven't seen it yet, though. No.
Me
Oh
neither.
my
I haven't
god,
seen
both
it.
of you.
Because I didn't
Is
want
it-
to go to a theater. I haven't been wanting to go to a
Yeah.
theater.
And my wife's not like, you know, she's not about like superheroes. Well, she doesn't mind it. Like she doesn't mind Iron Man and like, you know, watching Captain America, this and that. But Spider-Man, I've asked her so many times. I was like, when are we gonna watch this movie? Otherwise, I'm gonna watch it on your own, and then you're gonna get mad. But apparently, it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I mean,
Yeah.
Spider-Man's like the best. He's like the most popular hero. He's like the
Right,
best.
right.
Right. I don't know. Do I like him more than Batman?
I mean, I've never watched Batman, so
Really?
yeah.
Like any Batman? You've seen
Hey,
zero
come on,
Batman.
I am not a superhero type of person. The only reason why I got into it is because I binged it during the pandemic.
There's a new
You should
Batman
watch
coming
Iron
out.
Man to
You should watch like the 19, like the original, like the Michael Keaton Batman. You should watch.
but I'm
Yeah,
not into
yeah.
that stuff.
But it's
So-
still good. Like it's not even like
No.
it's just a good movie on its own. It's just
Yeah.
Michael Keaton is so good. Jack Nicholson is so good.
And then you should watch The Dark Knight, where the Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
That one
you-
was
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
That one was
Yeah.
badass.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it. Go watch Spider-Man.
In fact, Christopher Nolan,
Both of you.
those Christopher Nolan Batmans, like
Yeah.
they're to me they're the best superhero films.
Yeah,
aren't-
yeah, they were really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
And
those.
and they're not even just good superhero movies; they're good movies.
Right.
I lied. I watched Lego Batman.
Not quite the same, although still pretty good actually. The Lego movies are quite well made. I like those.
There you go. I've watched one.
But yeah, I just haven't seen Spider-Man yet. I want to like. In fact, I really liked all of the Spider-Mans. The what were they? Homecoming,
Yeah. No
Far
Way
From Home.
No Far
I
From
like
Home.
them. Yeah, I like them both. Like they're kind of they might be among my favorite Marvel films. Like they're
Yeah.
right up there for me. So I'm really excited to see it. I just so theaters just have opened up again, but I'm still a little
Mhm.
like, do I want to sit in a room with people for like,
Yeah.
the public
Yeah.
for several hours? I don't know. I mean, it's probably fine,
Exactly.
but I don't know.
Yeah. I'm probably waiting till like honestly the summertime is when I'll probably be more comfortable, hanging around a bunch
Yeah.
of people like in a theater type of thing. But other
Yeah.
than that, like I'm just gonna stick to myself
But here's
for now.
here's a question though.
Yeah.
So Scott, you and I are emceeing a birthday party next month.
Yes.
Are you or are you not comfortable being in a room with 100 people that you
I mean,
don't know?
Well, that's the thing. I don't. I mean, I guess the way I'm looking at it is, if things are continuing on the trajectory they're on now,
Mhm.
then I figure, we'll probably be out on the outside of this thing by that point. But I
Mhm.
guess there is a possibility, like if the numbers blast up again, one, they might put in more restrictions. But if the numbers blast up again, and I have to be like, if I hit a point where I'm like, sorry, nah, I'm really not, comfortable, I'll have to not do it, I guess. But if the event was tomorrow, I'd be like, no,
Yeah,
Mhm.
no.
But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird time because the problem for me is like it feels like we're right on the edge,
Yeah.
and I know everyone's really eager to get back to normal, right? And because of that, everybody's pushing really hard to be like, yeah, let's go, it's fine. And I feel, for me, and like I feel like you're right, we're right there, but it's kind of like it's not totally out of it yet. And so
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm cautiously optimistic, and I'm just not quite as. It's not like, oh, the movie theaters are open. Yeah, let's go to a movie. Let's go to a bar. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's do it. And I'm like, okay, we could, but we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
I already watched it, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
I went to the theater and watched it, so I can't say anything.
I want to see it, and I do want to see the new Batman as well.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So,
Really good.
we'll see.
Any predictions for the Super Bowl tonight?
I have a prediction.
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
The halftime show is going to be amazing.
I think that's
That
actually the
is,
case.
yeah, that lineup for the halftime show is one for the books. I'll tell you that. It's
Yes.
gonna be something. It's gonna
Yeah.
be something.
I'm
It's gonna be special.
excited. Like I was excited when Bruno Mars did it. I was excited when J-Lo and Shakira did it. I am
Right.
so excited for tonight's halftime show. I only like the halftime show, so I am excited for the halftime show.
Yeah.
For me, Bruno Mars is still the best one I've seen in recent memory.
He's
think-
so good.
Yeah,
so
and
It is.
yeah, and
Like
his
effortless singing. Like,
yeah,
from that.
and and the thing is, his show as well, it's like built for that live performance. Like, he had the dancing was so like on point, and it was just it was such a strong performance. All the other ones that I've seen since then, even though if the names are really big, I don't think anybody's hit as hard. Like, I like The Weeknd a lot, but I don't think his Super Bowl show was as exciting as Bruno
No.
Mars's was.
Yeah.
So this one, I'm excited for the lineup. I'm curious to see what they do with it. Like, it'll really be a matter of how do they approach it. I'm curious.
Right.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know. Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm
It'll be
excited to see the
interesting.
production of the whole show is gonna be
Exactly.
Mhm.
one to see. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But
But,
there's so many of them though. That's the thing. There's 5 of them.
Yeah,
How much time do they actually each have?
exactly.
Yeah.
How are like? Is it going to be a medley of all their songs,
Right.
like one
Yeah.
after
Probably.
another, or is it like?
That's
Sorry.
probably what it'll be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be that's what I mean. So are we going to get like 20 seconds of each? You know what I mean?
Exactly, right? And what 20 seconds are they gonna perform? Like they all have,
Mhm.
a bunch of hits, and it's just like, what are we gonna
Which
get?
songs? Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I guess that's
I-
the whole suspense of things.
Exactly. I saw on TikTok where it was like a bunch of millennials. Like, I've never felt so old until the Super Bowl. Like, being excited for this lineup, and I was like, yeah, I get it.
I think it'll be good. In terms of the game itself, I mean, to be honest, for me, I don't actually follow the NFL very closely at all.
Likewise,
But,
yeah, same here. I'm just a bandwagon
why are you
jumper.
so
I was just
hyped?
like, Sorry? Why? I'm hyped because the Super or the halftime show, just like
Yeah.
you. That's the only thing I want to watch.
Yeah.
But other than that, like I'm not a huge football fan. I'm a hockey fan, so that's what I watch. That's my main sport. But just like
Yep.
you, Scott, and football's not my thing. I'll play it. I don't mind playing it, but
Yeah.
watching it's kind of like I'll do something else.
I've been following the CFL lately.
Yeah.
Just because my dad, I guess over 10 years ago
Lately?
now. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's been like probably like 10 years or more at this point. Where my dad, we used to buy seasons tickets to the Argos and so I kind of got into it that way. But like, yeah, I didn't really grow up liking football. I didn't play it. Same thing with basketball for me. I didn't play a lot of basketball growing up. And so I didn't really get into it. I mean, when the Raptors came around and because they're doing so well, I'll jump in and watch some of that. Yeah, but I wouldn't call myself like, I mean, I'm a fan of all the Toronto teams in that way.
Right.
But yeah, like I grew up playing hockey, so like hockey is my big sport.
Nice.
I grew up playing baseball, so I like to watch Jays games.
Yeah.
And then CFL, I've just gotten into because we go to games every season. So I've really grown to like the Argos, but NFL itself, I'll enjoy the game because Super Bowl is a big event. I enjoy big events, So that'll be fun. The spectacle of it.
I like the food and the halftime show.
Yeah.
That's all.
So I don't even know who the favorite is to win or who would I cheer for? The Cincinnati Bengals or the LA Rams?
Yeah, from the consensus that I'm gathering, I think people are going for the Rams. Also, they're playing in LA as well.
So hometown advantage.
Advantage. I think it's a brand new stadium that they're playing LA Rams, right? They just got a brand new stadium or something. Yeah, so we'll see, man. Yeah.
So do I cheer for LA? That's tough.
I'm gonna cheer for Mary J. Blige. I was like, let me I'm excited.
I wonder who's singing the national anthem though.
Eminem.
I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I would actually like to see that.
Can you imagine if it's actually not all 5 of them on stage? They all are doing different parts. They're not actually just doing halftime show.
My guess, my prediction here. Yeah, let's make predictions for that. My prediction is that we will see a montage. So it'll be like Mary J. Blige will come out, Eminem will come out, and they'll each have their little segment where they'll do a piece. Maybe they'll each do is little medleys of each of their songs. So maybe each of them will get like 3. They'll sing like a verse, because that's usually how they do it. They'll do like a verse and a chorus, and then they'll cut into something else. They'll transition, and then they'll finish with something that allows them all to be performing at once, and that'll be the finale. And I don't know what that'll be, but it'll be something where like she can sing the chorus, and then the others are taking. I don't know what it'll be.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. Yeah. I'm really intrigued. I feel like Eminem and Dr. Dre will kind of go hand in hand, but then everyone else, I'm just like.
And they'll all be in sync doing all these dances. Eminem will have learned all this choreography.
I feel like with this artist lineup, it's more like the game itself is the halftime show, and the halftime show is the game. It's so big. Like you got like.
But what if? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, but what if we have all this hype on the halftime show and it's pure crap?
It could happen.
It could.
I mean, the thing is that you, like, even, you've got the names, right? But like I said, not all halftime shows are created equal. Like I've seen somewhere, I'm like, I really like this artist, but the halftime show is meh, So it's really going to determine like how do you put it together? How do you structure it? If you, it's really how they plan it out. So we'll see. I mean, it might be amazing. It could be the greatest thing we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Or
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Basically, they don't have any excuses. Like it's not like you can say, "Oh, the talent wasn't there." No.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's not the issue.
The talent is there. It's just how much time do you give each talent?
Right.
You know what the thing is also, I know we're going through this thing, and even since Bruno Mars did it, where you always have to have like multiple people. Like I remember, because if I remember right, Bruno Mars brought on the Red Hot Chili Peppers, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
And I remember thinking, like, I really like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but Bruno Mars is plenty big enough that he can hold down his own halftime show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why they and every artist since then, there's always been almost this collaboration type thing going on with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know necessarily if you really need that. Like, it's cool, but
Yeah.
again, if you've got one of the biggest artists in the world coming on stage, like, just let them put on a great show. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd rather almost that than just see a tiny snippet of a bunch.
Snip it up. Yeah,
Well,
exactly. I agree.
It's like Shakira and J-Lo when they did it. They had two separate shows and then they tried to go together, but then it's like they're two different styles, and one is more, I don't want to say one's bigger than the other, but I mean,
Well, one is bigger than the other.
Well, yeah.
I was there for J-Lo, then I was there for
Yeah.
Shakira. Like, shoot, I wore a J-Lo t-shirt on our show, and I never wore that t-shirt again.
But that's the thing. But they're both big names. Like, Shakira could have done a halftime show on her own. Now I don't know if she was probably big enough, but the point is, if she was skill wise as a performer, she could definitely do a Shakira halftime show on her own.
J-Lo could have done it on her own.
J-Lo as well. So that's what I'm saying. Any of them could. I just don't know if why they do that. Like, I don't know if there's something in the contract that says they have to, or like, I don't really know what the logic is behind that.
Right.
But for the 5 artists tonight, are they big enough stars individually to be able to do a halftime show on their own?
I mean, Eminem.
Eminem,
is-
Snoop Dogg. I think
Yeah.
I think more than.
I mean, it's a question. You could argue, like, now maybe they obviously they're not as big as they were. But
Maybe
like,
early 2000s.
that's the thing. Like, there was a time when, like, there was nobody bigger, right? Well, Eminem, Snoop Dogg as well. Like, so maybe, but I've got to think again. Like, it's not like all of his fans are still there. They've just sort of grown up with these guys.
Yeah.
And like, and again, it's they've all got enough hits, each of them, that, like, how long are halftime shows? 15 minutes at the most. Like, I don't think they're that long.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I wonder how long they're gonna actually have, because obviously with TV time you have to fit it in. So I think like 15-20 minutes max.
Yep.
And that gives them like maybe 5. What was it? 5 people, if I'm doing my math correctly, like 4 minutes per person.
One song
20 minutes.
per
Yeah.
person.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm just thinking. I mean, I'm most familiar with individual songs of all of those guys. Eminem the most, and even just thinking about, like, I can probably rhyme off 4 or 5 huge songs that would be awesome. There's the one from 8 Mile, you know, that one would be awesome. With the real Slim Shady, Please Stand Up. Any of those, like, you could just rip off like 4 or 5 of those, put those into the show, and you've got an amazing performance.
Yeah, the crowd's gonna go wild.
Yeah. So, well, anyway,
It'll be interesting.
we'll see. We'll find out. Regine, you and I will have to do a post-mortem next week and be like, yeah, we were right. We only got to see each of them for 20 seconds. So
This will be interesting.
okay, we have to pick a team who's gonna win.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but home field advantage, I'm gonna say that can play a big thing, because that means the crowd will be on their side.
I'm gonna say Rams based off of the hometown advantage situation.
But can we just go back to the Grey Cup where you said the same thing about Toronto and they lost?
Toronto did lose. Well, not the Grey Cup game, but they did lose.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that was
game.
I was so sad. Toronto lost their playoff game.
Shit.
They lost to Hamilton. So therefore, is it really hometown advantage?
I was so mad too, because they had like dominated that team the entire season. I just thought for sure they were going to like bowl over them. I thought it was just like they have to play the game, but you know, we know who's going to win. And then wow. Anyway, that made me sad bringing that up. So you are right, Regine. I mean, you know, both teams got there, and the thing is, the team that is perceived as the underdog, they tend to even fight even harder, right? Because they want to like prove everybody wrong.
Right.
So anything can happen, and in one game, anybody can win, right?
Yeah.
One game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess growing up in BC, you were a big Canucks fan.
Yeah, still am.
Yeah, makes sense.
We're not doing under Bruce Boudreau, we're doing okay. But we weren't doing too well at the beginning of the season. So this season's kind of, I don't know, we're hoping to make the playoffs, but maybe not. I'm already just kind of preparing myself for next season. But coming up, yeah. But yeah, Vancouver Canucks fan. I wish we had Vancouver Grizzlies still, but unfortunately they're not there anymore.
Yep.
And then what else do we got up there? We got the Whitecaps for MLS. Yeah, we got the Whitecaps. And then we got the BC Lions.
BC Lions,
yeah. We got the Vancouver Canadians, which is our
baseball, right?
Baseball, that's right. Yeah.
Cool.
So we got a few.
I was gonna say we've had a few guests from BC on our show lately.
Oh, yeah.
Have you, now that you've moved out here, have you felt any pressure from anybody? Like, because I know my brother going out to Vancouver, like, so he obviously he's born and raised in Toronto, so he's a Leaf fan and everything, but he's starting to feel pull from like people he knows, but also just like, oh, well, I'm here now. Maybe when the Canucks are playing, I should go be a Canucks fan. Maybe I should go to a Canucks game. Are you feeling any of that? Like, are your friends being like, okay,
Yeah, I definitely feel it from all my family and friends out here. They're always, whenever there's a Toronto game or anything like that. So biggest example is I went to a Toronto versus Tampa Bay Lightning game in December. Got tickets from my boss, and I took my wife with me. She was the one who was actually trying to force me to wear a Toronto Leafs jersey. She's like, get it. You have to get it. You made me wear one when you took me to a Vancouver Canucks game out in BC. And I actually made her wear a Vancouver Canucks hat. I got her a sweater and everything. And I made her stand up every time Canucks scored. So like I did the whole thing. I'm a hockey fan, right? And she understands that. Whereas like coming from her, she's trying to force me to wear a Maple Leafs jersey. I was like, come on, woman, sit down.
But I mean, it's fair. But it is fair.
Yeah, I know, but
you made her do it all.
I just don't want, I don't know, like, then I thought about, like, if my friends find out that I'm wearing a Leafs jersey, if they see a picture, I don't want anything to do with that.
Sir. No, I'm kidding.
I can kind of understand that.
No, you just say my wife made me do it.
However, I have worn a Toronto Raptors jersey. I will never wear a Maple Leafs jersey, I'll tell you that. I will wear Raptors. Yeah.
But that's not fair because Toronto Raptors is legit representing all of Canada. So you
can't just which is why I'm wearing it.
Blue Jays as well, right? Yeah.
Blue Jays as well. Yes.
Flame.
So I do wear Toronto jerseys. It's just not the Maple Leafs. That's all.
I can understand.
Have you watched a Toronto Rock game? It's lacrosse.
Lacrosse? No, I've never been to a lacrosse game.
They're intense. I've only ever watched it because I used to work there.
Yeah.
But when I started watching it, I was like, wow, this is pretty intense.
Where did they play?
Actually, they moved. In fact, it's weird. The Toronto Rock lacrosse team actually plays out of Hamilton now.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. So I was on Instagram. I follow Toronto Rock, but I haven't been to a game in a long time. But I saw they shared like, oh, check out our special third jersey. Like it was like, kind of the alternate jersey that they wear sometimes. And it was black and yellow with like the yellow stripes of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, like the CFL team. And I remember seeing that and I was like, why would the Toronto Rock have that? Like the Toronto and Hamilton are like rivals in the CFL. Like why would the Toronto team wear Hamilton colors?
Right.
And then I looked into it and they've moved to Hamilton. So apparently they didn't have a very good deal playing at Scotiabank Arena. And it makes sense because they're also competing with the Leafs, they're competing with the Raptors. And so they always had a hard time getting like Friday and Saturday night home games.
Right.
Which is hard for attendance,
yeah, it was always
right?
Sunday.
Yeah. And so because of that, I think they got a better deal. And then what I also found out was they started in Hamilton. So apparently what happened was the team got founded and they started playing in Hamilton. And then I think around their first season or right after, they got purchased by an owner that moved them to Toronto, but they were kind of originally a Hamilton franchise. So now they're moving back to Hamilton. They're playing out of Hamilton and they still kept the name Toronto Rock, but they're, I guess, more of a Hamilton team.
Hamilton Rock.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I will say, if you ever get a chance to go, like if you want to take a trip out to Hamilton and check it out, especially with someone who grew up watching hockey like myself, when you go to a lacrosse game, it's so rough because they hit each other in ways that are not allowed in hockey. Like they're like slashing and smacking each other with the sticks and you're like, that's not allowed. But in lacrosse it is. So I think if you like hockey, you'll enjoy a lacrosse game if you get a chance to go.
But definitely gonna look that one out.
Yeah.
It's intense, but I think the only reason why I watched it, I'm not gonna lie, is because they usually have like the junior teams, like the little kids, come on at the halftime point, and that was my favorite thing.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, that's cute.
Awesome.
But what's the other thing, especially when they get in a fight? Because I don't know, in hockey it feels more okay.
Contained.
I don't know, that there are rules and they're on skates and everything. But in lacrosse, when they get in a fight, like they're just in their shoes. So it just feels it's just like two guys just fighting, you know?
Yeah.
There's just an extra level of like, this is a rough game.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's worth checking.
Okay. So moving back to Valentine's Day before we wrap things up, I am very curious for the two of you. I have two questions. Okay, I'm bringing it back to Valentine's Day because
it's our Valentine's special. So,
first question, what was the worst Valentine gift you ever either given or received?
Man,
I don't
Can
really.
I tell mine while you guys think?
Yeah, because I don't really get many Valentine's gifts. I mean, I typically
said
give
give
them.
or receive. So
The
in
worst one
high
I've
school, there was a guy who had a crush on me for the longest time, and he gave me a Valentine. It was legitimately a Valentine's Day card still wrapped in plastic.
So it was like mint condition. That's pretty good.
So I kept it and gave it away to the next person.
He's like, here you go, right in the card yourself.
So he didn't write anything on it. He just
No, it was still wrapped in the plastic from the dollar store, and I was like, wow, thanks.
So it was blank
So
inside.
much
I guess.
effort.
Just a blank
It
card.
was still wrapped in the plastic, Scott. Like, you know how they have cards where you have to peel it open and the envelope and the card are together?
Yeah. I mean, that's not that bad a gift. I mean, like it's bad in the sense that why didn't he write in it? But I mean, it's not like a traumatic, like, oh, that's terrible. But
it was terrible.
I had a gift that didn't actually like end up like I didn't even receive that gift for my wife at all. This is a couple years back, and it was one of those big balloons, but with a rose inside the balloon, and it had like candles.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen a picture of it, but I ordered it, and like a month later, like Valentine comes around and it's still not here. And I'm like hyping it up to my wife. I was like, oh man, I can't wait for you to find look at your gift. I got you something so special. And then come Valentine's Day, I was just like, like it didn't come, right? So came. Yeah, it just never came.
Oh, and, that sucks.
So, yeah, it sucked. But I mean, last minute flowers, chocolates, all those things, you just kind of go and buy. You got to make up for it. But it was kind of what's the word? Disappointing.
Let down?
Yeah, let down. It looked pretty cool. Because you're excited to share a gift with your partner, and you put time and effort into researching it, into buying it, into getting it, and next thing you know, it doesn't come, and it's a special gift, and that it does kind of ruin your day. But it's all about recovery.
Yeah. So it never came. Did you ever see it?
No, and that's the thing. Like I've emailed these guys, and it was I'm not too sure if it was this like scam or like this one-time thing, but I've seen the same product a few times after that. So I'm not too sure if they changed the company or not, but I really didn't bother, like doing like a whole investigation on it.
And you didn't get your money back? I would have been like, dude.
I know. Yeah. I have email trails of it
Tinder
all.
Swindle.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What about you, Scott?
I can't think of anything. Not that I gave or received. I can't think of anything. Honestly, I'm trying to think now. Like my girlfriend and I, we're not that really big into Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm actually trying to think. I actually can't really even remember any of the gifts I've given her. I would typically probably do flowers or something.
So they're all bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's true. Just pick one of them. They're all awful.
It's better to play it safe. Just get flowers and chocolates, and we're good to go with that.
Yeah.
But I don't like chocolate. So if someone
Regine
were to
doesn't
give
like
me
chocolate,
chocolate, I'll be like, no thanks.
Really?
So it's not that safe. Yeah, no.
I guess.
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
I guess not.
Second question then. So in Japan, I learned this recently. In Japan, women give guys or their partners chocolate. What would be your ideal gift for Valentine's Day if it was like roles reversed? Because I give my fiance gifts for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So what gift
What
would
you
we
want?
give? Or what
No,
what
what
gift
gift
would
do
you want?
you want? Because
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
your women are watching and like, why should I get him for Valentine's Day?
Honestly, boxers. Boxers are pretty cool for as a guy.
Like undies?
Like to receive, like like boxers, like boxer briefs. That'd be a pretty cool gift to get, like, like as a partner, like, I mean, if you're girlfriend, boyfriend, like getting your boyfriend some boxer briefs that have like a cute message on them, that's pretty cool.
Have you seen those boxers where you can put the girl or your partner's face on them?
Yeah. I've seen those shirts too, where like they have a part and then you go like this, you wipe up and their face shows up. Yeah, those are pretty cool too.
I take one of those. I like those.
For me,
I like
honestly,
how-
I love chocolate, and my favorite chocolate is Ferrero Rocher. So if you buy me Ferrero Rocher, and just the gold ones, not the mixed pack, only the gold ones, and I'll
I like the white one.
The white one's too much coconut. Like I didn't feel it
I
was
don't like
that-
chocolate, so I like.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
okay,
yeah, makes
obviously, yeah. Fair enough.
What about you, Scott?
I also really like chocolate and candies. Which chocolate would I prefer? You know what I really like that I rarely have, but I always love it when I get it? You know those...
Ferrero
those-
Rocher. No kidding.
No, I like Ferrero Rocher, but the one that always stands out to me is, you know those seashell-shaped ones? They're like kind of brown and white looking
Mhm.
Gillian or something, and they're all like a little seahorse. I love those. I could eat those just all day. Those are good.
Nice.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'll message both of your girls and be like, "This is what they want."
Yeah.
And also some nice flowers. Like, come on, I like flowers. Nice bouquet.
Yeah.
Nice
balloon with the thing in the middle.
With the rose in the middle that never shows up.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But yeah, I don't know. Me and my girlfriend will probably hang out. We'll gaze into each other's eyes.
yeah.
And
Until it gets awkward.
yeah. No, just watch TV. I don't know.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Tinder swindler.
Yeah. Well, also Valentine's Day is also my dad's birthday, so
Nice.
Oh,
we'll probably be. So it'll be a birthday, party as well. So I'll have to get a
and
cake.
he's probably watching right now. So happy birthday, Mr. Brown.
Yep. I
You're
read
gonna
that.
you're gonna have to gaze into your dad's eyes as well.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just have to exchange like one of those.
That's a really creepy look. Please don't gaze into their eyes like that.
Yeah.
Can you put it on your cam and just do that for like 2 seconds?
Yeah. Fine.
Thank you.
Gazing. It's romantic. It's romantic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we wrap up, everybody, why don't you tell us once again where people can find you, social media, where they can find your music, all that good stuff.
For sure. So all my music is available on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. My handle is @Raju Johal Music. I am also on, what else is there? Wow. Social media. Like I don't have Snapchat or anything like that. So I'm only on Instagram. I am on TikTok @Raju Johal Music as well, I believe. And then YouTube @Raju Johal. And Twitter as well. I don't use much Twitter. I used to actually. Do you guys use Twitter still?
We were just talking about that.
I literally just use it to post. Like, so if I post something on YouTube, I'll share the link. But in terms of as a platform, honestly, I'm really pulling back from Twitter. I actually think it's not good for anybody. Yeah. So
it's crazy. Yeah. Like I first started off like on fire. I was just tweeting away, but like at the end of the day, like over the years, I just kind of got sick of it. Like
it's gotten worse. Like I think it used to be much more chilled out, but right where people could just throw out their thoughts and say right. But I think now it's.
I find like it's more useful for politicians now. Like everyone's tweeting out something.
Yeah.
I'm not on.
It's more political than anything.
I use Twitter, but only to see what's on there when I get a notification, and then I close the app. I don't know why I still have it, but it's there.
Yeah, I'm kind of been debating whether I should I don't want to get rid of it just because
Park the handle, Scott.
Yeah, I like the handle, and I don't want somebody else to take
take
you
it.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it might be something where I like just like unfollow everyone and just use it as, again, like, okay, I posted a video, so here's a link to it.
Right.
But I don't think it's good to actually go on there. Like, I just don't think there's anything. I think it's making the world worse. I'm pretty sure
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing to benefit off of Twitter.
Yeah.
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 So anyway, follow me there and you can follow Raj.
Exactly. Awesome.
All right, and
Thanks.
I put all the links for you are all in the description, everybody. So if you're watching, follow them on there. Regine, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on my YouTube channel for The Pageant Sit Down, where we go live with my new co-host, Liz Marnock, every other week. Link is in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and sometimes Twitter, but not so much, as we clearly just talked about, at It's Regine Alaina. And if you'd like to follow my journey to the Galaxy International Pageant, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Mrs. Galaxy Southern Canada 2022. Scott, where can people find you?
You can find me right here where you're watching this very video, youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. It's the best place to find me. If you haven't yet, check out my latest song cover. I uploaded it, I guess, a week ago now. It was last Saturday. God Gave Rock and Roll to You, covered
It's
by
so
myself and my
good.
brother.
Sorry.
Some electric guitars. It was fun. So
Can
check
I
it
just
out.
say, hang on.
Yeah.
I didn't talk about this. It's a really good cover. I don't know the original because I've never heard it, but it's a great cover of you and your brother. So kudos to the
Thanks.
two of you.
Yeah, I'm happy
And
with
I'm
how it
not
turned
just
out.
saying that.
Yeah.
It was, thanks, Regine. Yeah, it was a lot of it was fun. It was fun. And
Good at it, Scott.
again, just felt good to be. That was like the first one where we were actually, when my brother was in town, actually going back into our studio and like actually recording with musicians. That was the first time doing that since like before COVID. So it was like really like, this is awesome. So it was cool.
And can I just say, for your other cover with your brother, I do like the plug-in of the sit-down mug. Just saying, it's there.
The sit down mugs. Oh yeah, it's in the background. Yeah, we did that on purpose.
I
All
miss
planned.
the studio. But anyways,
Soon.
continue.
We'll be back. But yeah, youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. Subscribe to me there, or you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. But again, Twitter, I don't post much. I only post when I posted something on YouTube. I let Twitter know. Yeah, but follow me there. youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown.
And TikTok.
Oh yeah, TikTok at Scott Dion Brown Official, which I'm, again, it's TikTok. It's still, at this point for me, it's still more of a satellite for the YouTube channel. It's really just like, oh, I posted something on YouTube. Here's a clip from it, you know?
Right.
I'm not sure if I'm slowly ramping it up, but I haven't fully embraced TikTok yet. I like it as a platform, but
I finally got into it. Finally.
yeah.
I
so
did
you're
an
posting too, yeah.
unboxing on there. Yeah.
That's right.
Check
you
it
did.
out.
Yeah. What's yours is it's Regine Alaina on TikTok, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you're able to get your same handle. Somebody stole my handle. So like somebody took Scott Dion Brown and just is sitting on it.
Parked
Like there's no followers, there's no content. It's just there.
That's the worst.
Yeah. I literally think it's just whoever took it is somebody who maybe they do this for like anybody who they think is kind of a public type person. They just grab a bunch, hoping that they can sell it. I don't know what it is, but anyway, so I'm Scott Dion Brown Official on TikTok now, which is
Nice.
fine.
Yeah.
That's why
it's
he won't give up his Twitter.
Yeah, it's
account.
why even if I stop using Twitter, I won't give up the thing because there's a part of me that's like, it's mine.
Must
All
be-
right, everybody. Well, we've come to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your day, people. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. I guess we're cheering for the Rams.
Yeah. I guess so.
And drink responsibly, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Arrive alive. Don't drink and drive. All that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Raj, thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you guys. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Regine, and thank you to all the listeners and watchers for tuning in. We should do this again sometime soon.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back.
Debrief on Super Bowl next week.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
the part 2.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Awesome.
the halftime show was great. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Yeah. Okay, everybody.
Awesome.
We'll see you all next time, and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.